Alright, welcome to another video. I just wrapped up the plumbing repair job I did. It was a pretty big job. Get some light over here. This is my kitchen floor here. Had some cast iron that was rotting. I'll throw a picture up on the screen here so you can see how bad it was. But I replaced all of that. And now what I've got is the plumbing coming up into the kitchen cabinet for the kitchen sink. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to install the plumbing from your drain here and then plumb in for the kitchen sink. So I've got a double sink here. This side has the garbage disposal and this is just a normal sink. So what I've got to do first is I've got to get this old piece of pipe off, and I got to take that 90 off. I went to Home Depot, and I'll put this on the screen here. They had this chart for different types of kitchen sinks, whether it's a double sink or single sink, and they kind of had it mapped out what all you need. And then they even have these little kits pre-made for you, so that should be good. So you're going to start by loosening all these screws here. There's I already took one out here. There's a third one, and there's another one back there. So 1, 2, 3. So just loosening those screws and just a little twist. Let's loosen that up there. Now, to get that off, I think I've got to take this off here, which may be a different issue. It might be kind of hard, so let me get to that and see what I can do. Okay, let's try something different here. There we go. That was kind of a hassle. Okay, so I've got this piece here. It should be a good replacement. Okay, so here we have our piece. I took off the nut, the fiber washer, and the rubber washer. Okay, so we are going to put the nut in to the sink just like this, but we need to put plumber's putty in first. It's not sitting flush yet, and you can kind of push it down from here. What's really going to do it is from underneath with the nut. So let's go do that now. Okay, so according to the instructions, we want to go rubber washer, fiber washer behind that, and then of course the nut afterwards. also want to make sure it's nice and centered in there. And then I just took my finger and just kind of swept off all the excess putty. And that is it. Alright guys, so we've got this new sink drain in here. Right now we're going to start from this point and attach all the drain lines. So let's get going. Alright, excuse the mess. Still a construction zone here. I pulled everything out of the kit and laid it out so it's easier for me to see and follow along. And so what I'm going to do is probably look at the instructions here and do a little bit of detective work just to see how these go together and kind of get an idea of where the pieces are all going to go to. And then when I have a better idea, I'll just turn the camera back on and then show myself putting it together for you guys. Also, I had to make a quick run to Home Depot. I realized I started putting this together just to dry fit, and I have my 2-inch to 1.5-inch sanitary tee going into the drain, and these pipes wouldn't connect to it, so I got this little adapter here. So it'll take a 1.5-inch PVC, and this will screw on to this end here. What I need to do is cut this down now, this piece, so it fits in here because it's too long. So what you're looking at is this lip on the fitting. That's where the piece is going to go into, so you want to measure about there on the pipe and cut it. In this situation, I would definitely err on the side of cutting it longer than shorter, because you can always cut a little bit more off, but you can't make the pipe longer without going to buy another one if you cut it too short. Okay, so this side is pretty much done over here. Just need to hook up the dishwasher line. The last piece here is connecting the garbage disposal, which is on the right side of the sink, into the drain here. So you can see the issue. The garbage disposal is quite a bit higher than the drain line. So I have two options that I'm looking at here. I have this piece with a 45. It looks bigger because it's closer on the camera. And then I would do another 45 on the bottom over into this left side over here. The other option I have is this here. It's a tube that you pull out and extend, and it's flexible. So I think this would definitely be the easier option. To me though, it doesn't look as clean, and I kind of feel like stuff would build up in those little ripples there. So I'm going to try to do the 45s first, and if I get frustrated with that, I'll just go to the easy route. Okay, just taking you through my troubleshooting here, trying to get this all fit in correctly. So I've got a small piece here to a 45, tiny piece in there, another 45, and then this I've got to cut down so it's going to hit right here, and this will attach to it. Now before I cut this down and do that part, I still need to, right here, it's about eye level, so you can see I'm still a tad bit low to hit that spot right on. So what I need to do to bring it up, this little piece here in the middle of these two 45s, I can make a little longer like that, and it will raise this up. So I'm gonna cut out a little piece here. I'll probably just use the cutoff from this piece and then extend this out a little longer to get this to the right height. Okay, there we go. Okay, so on one end of the pipe you have this threaded piece, but if you look closer here, you can see it's kind of tapered in there. Yeah, it comes off on the camera. So you see that taper. So the threaded piece is going to go over the pipe like that. And then every joint will come with this little gasket here. It comes on and off so you can move it if you need to trim these pipes down, like you can see I did there. These gaskets, some people will flip them around, but what you really want is for them to be angled down towards the end of the pipe, kind of like you see there. What that allows is for when you put this piece on and you get it in there, you remember that tapered piece, the gasket is going to squeeze right down in there. You'll bring this over the top of it, twist it in, and it will tighten that gasket right into that space so it's watertight. So every one of these joints has the same thing. It's a pretty cool system, pretty easy to work with, easy to cut and trim as you need to customize it. As you can see what I did. And we are done. Okay, so let me show you here. Let's start with this piece here. This is for the dishwasher. That is not how I'm going to leave it. I don't use my dishwasher anyway, so it's not a big concern for me right now. Regardless, what we have is our garbage disposal hooked in here that goes to the drain and out. We have our left side sink that just drains down and out. The only thing I have not done yet is primed and glued the PVC, that last little piece here. So I just glued in that last PVC that transitions to the drain system. All we need to do is connect it now. I've already got it trimmed down and fitted. I did a dry fitting, and so it's just as simple as connecting here, there, and to the disposal. Okay. And this is it. So let's run some water. This is the left side. Good. I'll switch it to the right side. There we go. Okay, so my review of this product here, this kit, the kit was okay. It didn't come with everything I needed though. So it did not come with this piece, the standpipe with the outlet for the dishwasher. It also did not come with the adapter for the PVC. And in my case, I had to add on these two 45s to get high enough for this. But that could be different depending on your setup, because the height of your PVC coming out of the wall is going to kind of determine the height of everything else, and you got to work off of that. But overall, it's really easy. I like the fact that you don't have to glue anything, so none of this is permanent. I can unscrew these at any time and change them, or fix anything, or take out a piece and put in a different piece. That's really convenient. So I'm going to keep an eye on it as I use it, make sure it holds up well. That's how you install your drain lines for your kitchen sink. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate the support. Again, feel free to subscribe, comment below if you see anything that you recommend I do differently, or anything you want to say. I'm happy to hear your feedback.